Welcome back and Happy New Year. This is our first installation of the new year of our live stream, Clothing Brief. Thank you for joining us. Here we are, a whole new year, 2026. Can you
That's
believe
right.
it?
And nothing's really going on.
Nothing
Small
at
of,
all.
nothing really happening.
Yes, just a few crazy new threats of tariffs,
Yeah.
the same old, really.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
But actually, we want to start with a pretty cool story that includes an NFL superstar, Jamar Chase, and a partnership with Fabletics.
Yeah, pretty amazing. This guy's broke records. I mean, he signed a $161 million contract, the highest paid non-quarterback in history.
I'd take
it. Yeah. Like he needs more cash, right? He had Rookie of the Year in 2021 and Fabletics. I think, there's always been this kind of trend toward these athletic collaborations and bringing on athletes. Steve Jobs, at Apple really looked toward Nike and said, hey, they really built their empire based upon talking about the athlete and bringing in that whole thing as opposed to talking about the clothing, right? They create this thing. So certainly it makes sense for other athletic brands to do collabs with great athletes. The Bengals had a disappointing year this year. Hopefully he can start making changes. I think they had 5 wins and 10 losses. This is kind of the third consecutive year they haven't made the playoffs, but hopefully Jamar can make that a change. But he's going to be styling in Fabletics nonetheless.
Yes, exactly.
And it'll be really cool to see that collab.
I agree. I think this is something that's going to continue as a conversation. On our side, we're currently preparing a feature on collaborations, what works, what doesn't work. And this is certainly one that we will follow.
Yeah, it's 2 drops. One happened yesterday, the first portion, and then another one in February. So
okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing the successes behind that collaboration. Something else to celebrate, Louis Vuitton is marking 130 years of its iconic monogram.
Yeah, Monogram Origine.
There is a reason why everybody knows this mark. It's been around a long time, and they've been very successful with it.
They have. And they've come out with a new collection to really celebrate that. Congratulations to them. And they continue to evolve. They continue to see really new, exciting things happening at Louis Vuitton, but it's cool to see them walk back to the roots and celebrate 130 years.
Yeah. They've got a whole year planned of festivities, so it'll be cool to see what transpires out of this celebration. Okay, another story rooted in Paris. Countess Jacqueline de Ribe has just passed away at 96, a good long life. But boy, was she a tastemaker.
She was really the last queen of Paris, an amazing businesswoman, emblematic of Paris elegance. Long time figure in international fashion. She was friends with Yves Saint Laurent and Valentino.
Really more of a muse.
I would say that's true. Friend and muse, for sure.
And of course, she was known to be kind of like audacious enough to create her own design. She styled herself. Really a wonderful visionary in the world of fashion.
Yeah, she married very young. She married the Count de Ribe at 19.
Okay.
And then launched her own fashion house, which she ran until like 1995.
Yeah, long legacy there. I know the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York dedicated an exhibition to her work in 2015. She's definitely been celebrated through her time. So the world will miss her creative vision, and wonderful that she leaves behind a great legacy.
Yes, bon voyage, Jacqueline. Right?
Yes, exactly. So kind of, we opened up with a little nod to tariffs, and
as we're not doing this, China is dropping tariffs on imports. I think, they're just strategic drops. It's not really gigantic news with respect to what China's doing here. They're dropping tariffs on key textile and leather categories that they need to bring in to convert for a higher export.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they've taken specific categories, cotton, combed, uncombed, whatever. They've really slashed import duties or tariffs from 6 to 1%.
That's a smart move, because if you think about some of the challenges they've had with scrutiny over cotton over the last several years, it makes sense that they would try to incentivize a fresh look at it.
It does, along with wool.
Mm-hmm.
Wool is kind of a global commodity. You've got to find those sources in different areas. And so they dropped that from 6 to 1% too. And then same with leather. So they call it wet blue in our industry. The raw hides coming in, full grain, cow leather, chrome tan skins. They dropped that from 6 to 3, and the sheep and goat dropped from 14 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Again, flocks are outside. They're bringing those in very strategically. That will help decrease overall costs as it converts into actual garments and apparel and accessories and all
Mm-hmm.
of that.
Yeah, it's a good strategy for them. Let's see, Farfetch. They're going to be doling out some dough.
Yeah, cyber attacks are happening everywhere. This one they managed to get into over 30 million accounts, and they're having to compensate people. They're going to create shopping vouchers. They notified people of the breach in November 25. They've kind of disclosed this plan in an SEC filing
Mm-hmm.
that what these vouchers are going to do is reduce the selling prices. It's going to reduce the revenue that they're going to recognize as they redeem those. It's a problem all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
With AI, breaching cyber accounts are getting easier and easier. The report began months ago, and it just kind of led to this access of millions of accounts. And there was a lot of scrutiny. The CEO resigned, and so they're kind of working through the challenge with that now.
Right. So I believe those mark kind of our top key highlights this week. We are headed off this weekend at the tail end of the National Retail Federation in New York City. We're going to be attending some wonderful conversations. I know, talking about AI and the state of the union, I suppose, in retail, discussing things like how the experience in retail is shifting. And so we'll bring some highlights back on that side next week. We are also on the cusp of rolling out our 100th episode of our longer format Clothing Culture podcast. Can you believe it, Brett?
That's amazing.
I know. 100.
Did we have that much to talk about?
We do.
Guess
so we have some plans to share some of our best content that we've captured in the last 100 episodes. So be on the lookout for that. Do not forget to subscribe to stay apprised of upcoming conversations.